Okay, good afternoon, everybody. As Raquel's dad, I've been given the honour and the challenge of saying a few words today. Now, I'll be honest, when Raquel asked me to do this, my first reaction was panic. But given alcohol, anything is possible. Let's hope I have had the right amount of Prosecco to loosen my tongue, but not too much to make a mess of us. So let's see how this goes. Now, I've gone off-piste a little bit because talking to Aaron, my son, before, he reminded me of something. Like 12 years ago, when I was looking for a drinking partner, who would I call? I'd call Raquel. We'd go out, have quite a lot to drink, and then Raquel coined the phrase that she was the son I never had. And, I'm not, Aaron is great, it's like he's drinking water, that's good, you don't want people, it's very healthy, but he's been staying at ours, we're cooking lovely meals, and what's he do? He goes out to the garage next door and buys some crisps and some chocolate. So although he's not drinking, he's eating really poorly, so I think me and Raquel, we know what we're doing, don't we? Anyway, I'm going to go on to what was written for me. Actually, I wrote it. Or did I? Really? I don't think I did. Anyway, so now I wasn't there as much as I would have liked when Aaron, Raquel and Rebecca were growing up, but I never stopped caring. I've always tried to be there any way I could, and I'm grateful as adults we've built a relationship that means the world to me. I first met Tom at mine and Karen's wedding in 2017. Now, most people make a subtle impression when they meet the future in-laws for the first time. Not Tom, no. He turned up in full 70s fancy dress with Raquel, looking like Fred and Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Naturally, I thought, this guy has style, or at least confidence. Either way, I liked him. Okay, I confess our reception had a 70s fancy dress theme, and I was also dressed up and looked more like Shaggy. That's in total contrast to today's wedding, where Tom is looking very dapper and Raquel is looking absolutely beautiful. Karen said, have a pause after that because there will be cheering. So, she knows what she's talking about. Anyway, from that day, you could just tell there was something special between them, even if it was still early days. And over the years, watching them together, it's clear how much they bring out the best in each other. Raquel is thoughtful, organised, a bit of an introvert, someone who likes to tick things off her to-do list immediately. She definitely gets that from me. Tom, on the other hand, is more spontaneous. He encourages her to stretch her boundaries, try new things, and say yes to adventures. They complement each other perfectly. Together, they've travelled the world, become social media stars in their own right, and somehow figured out how to get free stuff just by posting about it. As someone who's always been a bit of a saver, I have to say I am both impressed and slightly jealous. If only Instagram existed when I was a kid. I'm also very envious that they can work from home together with his and her desks. But seriously, what more can a father ask for than to see his daughter happy, loved and cared for? Tom, it's clear you do just that, and I can see how deeply Raquel loves you in return. So if you'd all like to raise your glasses with me, to love, to laughter, to Fred and Daphne, and to a lifetime of happiness to Raquel and Tom.
Well done, Chris. Well done. No, I just want to say, all I want to say is, I hope you have
Testing. Hello everyone and welcome. I've had the pleasure of meeting most of you over the years, but for anyone I haven't met, I'm Seb, one of Tom's best friends. Hello. I met Tom at uni, and I've known him for around 15 years now, although he went by Tomo back in the day. I later found out that this self-appointed nickname was actually a ploy to set himself apart from the other Toms and build his brand. I probably should have known at that point he was destined for an illustrious career in marketing. We quickly bonded over our shared love of frugality, or what others often refer to as being cheapskates. It's quite hazy these days, but I remember the nights out in Brighton where we would pre-drink at home, seek out the cheapest possible drink at the bar, no matter how disgusting. Bruegel and Knockoff Jaeger spring to mind. And more often than not, skip the bus home. Taxi would be unthinkable. We'd walk all the way, an hour long, 4 a.m. in the morning, giant hill at the end. Takeaway chips, definitely not. We would cut into the beer budget, or more likely the country manor budget. You know, it's high quality when it comes in a box instead of a bottle. The adventures didn't stop after uni though. Although Tom and Raquel have a jet-setter lifestyle these days, this was not always the case. The first big adventure for Tom was heading to America for a coast-to-coast road trip. I was lucky enough to join in on the first month, at which point my student credit card had been maxed out and I needed to fly home to find a job. During that first month, we were still in full penny pinching mode, going from dollar menu to dollar menu, and one of the funniest memories I have is of us going to an all-you-can-eat buffet in Vegas and deciding to sneak food out for later. I took the approach of wrapping a piece of steak in a napkin and putting it in my pocket, and Tom took a very different approach. He expertly spooned mashed potato directly into his backpack, followed by some pineapple chunks for dessert. This behaviour was questionable enough on its own, but the full gravity of the situation set in when we went to a bar afterwards. The bouncer needs to search everyone's bag. I'm sure you can imagine the look on Tom's face. Luckily, this bouncer seemed absolutely fine with shoving his hand through cold mash to retrieve the bottle of water lurking beneath. He sternly informed Tom that it could not be taken inside. One last story. So, early on in our working lives, my company put on an abseiling day for charity. It involved a 150-metre drop down the side of Guy's Hospital next to London Bridge Station at the Shard. We signed up to do it, and as the big day approached, Tom excitedly asked if we should get down to the beach to practice. He misunderstood and thought we were going sailing. To make matters worse, he's deathly afraid of heights. To be honest, it did feel like we might both throw in the towel at any moment once we're up there. But I'm proud to say he overcame his fear and did it anyway, even though his rope actually snapped on the crack. You may be wondering at this point, what do these seemingly random stories have in common? Well, the answer to that question is that they tell you a lot about Tom's character. He's been a constant, dependable and loyal friend to me. He's the type of friend who will always show up for you and always have your back, through the good times and, more importantly, also the bad. He's always been there when I need him, and without getting too sloppy, Tom, I see you as a brother. Today, Tom is a far cry from the stories I've just mentioned, and it's been a privilege to witness him go from strength to strength, settling down with the love of his life, buying a house together and completing their family with their two beloved dogs, Ruby and Nova. Tom and Raquel complement each other so perfectly, always playing to each other's strengths. They work as a team, and in my humble opinion, I believe that mindset is key to a long and happy life together. Would you all please raise your glasses as we toast the happy couple? To the bride and groom.
Well, what did you ever think? Yeah. No, they do.
Right, so hi everyone. Let's take a few minutes of your time and then we can go back to drinking and dancing and pretending the speeches didn't make us emotional because they're bound to do that. I just want by saying, unlike Tom's previous partners, we checked Raquel's papers, which is fully legal. For those who don't know, I'm Kunal and I have the absolute honour of being on Tom's best man today. Tom and I first met during our first year at Brighton University at a house party. Of course, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I do remember instantly thinking this is a nice guy. I think we talked about like gin and drinking and being cheap students. By second year, we were basically joined at the hip. We'd go on random last-minute trips. 1 minute we'd be doing nothing, the next we'd be flying to Budapest or Amsterdam, or jumping on a train to Southampton to visit Charlotte randomly, and eating a mountain of cheese. We signed up to pretty much everything at university, from taekwondo, drama society, and extreme sports. I think we pretty much just wanted to live the student experience and do everything that's possible, including all the weird ones. I still remember Tom was Hansel in the production of Hansel and Gretel for the drama society, but at the same time he came to all my taekwondo meetings and taught me fall over many, many times. And for extreme sports, I don't think we actually did any sports, but we went to every social anyway, and it was a lot of fun. And one of the best memories I have was in our third year of university, where me and Tom decided to run for student council. The campaign, we thought there'd be a genius idea to walk around campus dressed as superheroes. Me as Iron Man and Tom as Superman, for a full week, in the middle of the blistering heat. It was equal parts brilliant and absolutely sweaty, but we committed to it. We had posters, we basically passed them all over the university to get our names out there, and people actually did remember us, so it was a lot of fun. Which brings me to something very important to mention about Tom, which I think you all should know. The man has a very extensive fancy dress collection. I mean, I don't know anyone of as many costumes as this guy does. So when me and Seb were planning a stag do, we thought, let's get him something ridiculous to wear. Problem was, he already owns everything, including, and I wish I was kidding, probably a nurse's outfit and a full cheerleading costume. So it made things really hard. Ultimately, we settled for something from South Park because we were pretty sure we didn't have it, but not certain though. After university, we carried on our chaos in a good way. We spent 3 months road tripping across America, living in a car, eating badly and seeing everything we could, and drinking a fair bit of rum along the way. But honestly, behind all the laughs, the costumes and spontaneous adventures, Tom is one of the most solid, genuine people I know. When I was trying to get into digital marketing and I felt completely lost, Tom really helped me out. He helped me figure out it all and push me to believe in myself, and in the end, helped me get into this career. He's always been like that, someone who listens, supports, and shows up every time. He helped me plan an absolutely fantastic stag. He helped plan an absolutely fantastic stag do for my wedding, and played a huge role in the wedding itself. And has been someone I can always rely on, talk to, no matter what the problem was. He's not just a friend, like Seb said, I actually see you as a real brother, man. So I really love you. And then he met Raquel. Raquel, the two of you are perfect together. You built a life that reflects who you are, full of adventure, creativity, and genuine love. Whether it's traveling, running your blog or channel, or chasing Ruby and Nova around the house, you both together do a real joy. And Tom, it's funny seeing you really turn to a real doggo dad. You seem to really love those dogs, and you've taken it as a full responsibility, which is great. Also worth noting, Tom did propose to me by 1 week, so I had to get married before him. So, just to win, so that's a competition, right? But seriously, today, standing here, I could not be more proud to call you my best mate. Tom and Raquel, I wish you a lifetime of love, laughter, spontaneous trips, and maybe 1 or 2 more ridiculous costumes. Thank you for letting me be part of this special day. I love you both, and let's raise a glass to the bride and groom on this special day.
thank you everyone for coming to our wedding, especially everyone who's travelled the intense distance from London.
Journey.
It means the world that you can all share in this moment. As you'll notice, we didn't have a huge wedding, so we were highly selective with who we picked. So if you're here today, it's because we absolutely love you. Thank you to all the amazing bridesmaids who look incredible. Daisy, it's impossible to put into words how much Raquel loves you. She thinks or talks about you 90% of the day. I feel like you're part of that household. To my best man, Canal and Seth, who arranged an amazing stag do in Lisbon, who listened to me ramble and have stuck by my side for around 17 years now. Thank you for always being there. The best friends someone could ever have. To my parents, Sheila and Robin, thank you for putting up with me through my teenage years, where I was probably a nightmare. I have so much to thank you both for. You shaped who I am, and I look at you both with so much love and pride. Jenny and Catherine, we've always been different to other siblings. As others argued with their sisters and brothers over Christmas and avoid them as much as possible, we played games and laughed and hanged out as mates. And my world would fall apart if you both weren't in it. Thank you, Begonia, Chris, Karen, and Aaron. Well, you can make it. So really love. Sorry. Thank you for welcoming me into the family and making me feel comfortable straight away. I might not have any pickleball talent, but maybe I'm a late bloomer. Thank you for also raising the most amazing person in the world, who I'm head over heels in love with. Raquel, you're stuck with me now, no backseats. Someone quickly lock the door so she can't run away. You look so gorgeous. You make me laugh every single day. While you may appear shy to others, I know the real you, the cheeky you, the one who is bursting with creativity, the one who has a ridiculous amount of motivation when it comes to DIY, the one who gets a drink in her and becomes inspired to tick things off the list, the one who always thinks of others before herself, the one that doesn't realise how incredible she is. So I'm here today to tell you, you're so special. It's hard to remember what life was like before you, but I know we'll be side by side till the end. So if everyone could lift the glass to Raquel. Yes, we can. Cheers!